In the Procom quarterfinals, Steiner Stolen with California Charger built up a firm following at Santa Fe this weekend. He put in a 6.80 second run, a very fine time in Procom. And as you can see, the preparation on this car leaves nothing to be desired. Dual chutes for safety purposes, of course, and the finish on the body adds a lot to the initial American inspiration. As you can see, California Charger, a car from Scandinavia, but the attention to detail is superb. And likewise, this is reflected under the body. The engine is running very strong at the moment, and Steiner's put in so many hours with his pit crew to make sure that this car puts in a very strong performance. Steiner Stolen, the man who's got a tremendous following, matched by Christer Johansson, his competitor in this race. Christer Johansson, who's famous for his very powerful right foot. When he puts the power on, this guy doesn't mess around. Christer Johansson appearing in a dragster body Procom against this funny car body Procom. An interesting combination coming up into stage now. Christer Johansson from Sweden, Steiner Stolen from Norway. Coming up into the last seconds of stage, that line beckoning, saying, come to me, boys. And then battle will commence. Inching forward, semi-stage, and it's a go. Christer Johansson off that line. Was that a red light? He's down that strip so fast, it's hard to believe it couldn't be a red light. Steiner Stolen running a very strong way. Christer Johansson jumped the laundry. He must be wondering himself. He came off that line so fast. Steiner Stolen, only he knows whether he's pulled a red light or not. Is it Steiner's race? And there it is, Steiner Stolen. Apparently, Christer just a little bit too happy on the throttle pedal. He red-lighted, so it's down to Steiner Stolen. And a lapse time of 8.12 seconds and a top speed of 166.1 miles an hour. He's still got the smile back on his face. The pit crew must have told him he's got to be smiling a little happier now. Tony Donges rolling back on that hot rubber. The pit crew, as you can appreciate, are virtually personal assistants at a time like this. There is eyes. He doesn't have rear view mirrors. Every little bit of weight helps. So they're just putting him back on that hot rubber. It is necessary for him to have a reverse gear situation on this racing. So they're taking the advantage, pushing him back on that rubber. I'm sure he's going to take this opportunity to lay down another burnout. Seems to be a little bit of fuel dumping out on that left-hand side. I'm sure that's not going to affect his performance because he would have made a tremendous amount of attention a bit late on the lad. But you've got to face the fact he's up against Martin Hopp, that muscly Swede who just will not take no for an answer. They're coming up towards stage now. Martin Hopp is just about 3 feet short. Now, does this mean that Tony Donges is going to play a weighted game? If he is, does Martin Hopp know that he's going to cook his engine because he's going to be waiting too long? Or is it just a little bit of, I'll psych you out if you don't psych me? They're just coming up on that line now. The lights are registering just a couple of inches, fellas. Just come forward gently. Yes, Martin Hopp is just there. Just there. Tony Donges has matched him. They're ready, they're holding on. You can hear the engine revs building. The tension must be mounting down there on that start line. The fire crew are standing by. And it's semi-stage. Oh, and it's a go! Oh, loss of traction there. The loss of traction. But Tony Donges must have in that race. You've just got to see the power going on when you get that line. And it did not. He just pulled a superb line. As you can see, Martin Hopp up in the air, a superb wheelie. The pressure was coming on like nobody's business, but it cost him the race. He red-lighted the winner, Tony Donges from Sweden, 7.17, a top speed of 195.3 miles an hour. Well, they're not headphones, they're indefenders, and he's struggling to have a look at the Superbike semi-finals. Keep on looking, Sunshine. There they are, Dad, look. Just look at the size of that engine. So those pipes coming down there, just inches away from his legs. They're just coming up now into stage. There we are, gentlemen. Hold very tightly, please. Deep breath time. They're just holding up, and it's a go. The car's being slammed on here. No mercy being shown. Oh, yes, a very strong and positive pass. And Sisman Dongen takes it. 8.77 seconds at 152.2 miles an hour. Harlan Thompson, a very lucky man so far this weekend. He's been surrounded with by runs. So he's just putting down some traction fluid for the second burnout. Possibly one of the most beautifully turned out cars on the strip at the moment. Just as he goes into the burnout, just watch the air intake at the top of the car as it opens up and starts to whirl. That's the bug catcher. As he starts to rev, it'll open up. Just watch it spin. Those butterflies just spinning round, thrusting air into that huge engine, 2,000 horsepower, nitrous burning. You can smell the fumes up here, actually. It's making your eyes water. They're coming towards stage now. Flames flickering from those headers. An awesome sight. They're just shuddering with power. John Anderson on the near side lane and Harlan Thompson also from Sweden on the far lane. The tension inside those cars is unbelievable. It's a go. Anderson high up in the air. Whoa! Thompson wasn't too far behind him. Anderson looks like he's got it wrapped. He's done the shoot. And it's a win for Harlan Thompson. John Anderson, it looks like he was dumping fuel very heavily there. But just look at that in replay. Anderson high up in the air there. Sunshine through the wheels. And right next to him, Harlan Thompson, just piling on the power, taking advantage of the situation. And he's just putting it down so hard on the right foot. 6.35 seconds at 223.7 miles an hour. A very strong run. Well done, Harlan. He must be feeling very proud, and rightly so. This is going to be a very fine race. Sis van Dongen on the far lane from Holland, and on the near side, John Munn from Great Britain. Superbike final. Sis van Dongen up to the line. John Munn is just creeping up into stage. Creeping up into stage. The lights say yes, we're ready. John Munn is ready to go. Sis van Dongen has got to slip forward just a touch. He's done it. Yep. Hey, John Munn looks like he's staged. This could be a go. It's going to be a joint go, and it's a go. John Munn is piling on the power. A tremendous performance. A tremendous performance. Holland is looking at his back wheel, and it's Great Britain all the way to the finish line. A tremendous race for John Munn. He must be feeling very proud indeed. Now, John Munn, the man who taken the flag to England, he must be highly delighted. John Munn returning to the pits to a hero's welcome. One thing's for sure, there's a good chance of champagne at the John Munn household tonight. Well done, John. A tremendous performance, winning Superbike today in Santa Pod. And this is heavy, heavy business. Traction fluid for the second burnout. Snow's crew all fired up and ready to go because they know that the Snowman does not want to come second. The sound from these engines is phenomenal. It's shaking the ground. Gene Snow is early to stage. Snowman could be in trouble. The pit crew are down there. If he's lost fire, the truck could pick him up. In the meanwhile, Harlan Thompson's got just a few moments to retain fire before he has to make a decision. Snowman is off the strip. Snowman is off the strip. His pit crew are taking him off the strip. It's going to be a bye run for Harlan Thompson for Sweden. He's in stage and it's go. It's a bye run for Harlan Thompson of Sweden. Jumping the laundry early. And the Snowman returns to the United States of America. A very sad man indeed. Harlan Thompson takes it away on the funny car finals at Santa Pod Raceway, and Gene Snow from the United States of America has to go back and say, I'm sorry. And the winner of the funny car championship here at Santa Pod Raceway, Harlan Thompson, with a 6.32 second run and a top speed of 196.4 miles an hour. And in the Pro-Con finals, it's been a very hard-fought race to get here. Coming into stage, Tony Donges on the near side lane from Sweden, and Steinar Enger from Norway. Up onto that line, they've been fighting all the way to get here. A very powerful race indeed. The potential is great, and it's off the line, and they're firing on the power. Tony Donges is storming away. The wine from that supercharger, thrusting power to that engine, straight away across the line. Steinar Enger didn't know what had hit him. Tony Donges walks away with a 6.92 EG. at 199.2 miles an hour. Not only the winner in the Pro Comp today, but also the overall winner of the Sesson Tourline Pro Comp Championship.